Hi guys! Welcome back to the channel. Ngayon, susubukan natin kung gaano ka-reliable ang mga budget phones ngayon. And our subject is none other than the Xiaomi Redmi 15C. Isang phone na promising sa specs pero kayang abutin ba talaga sa real world? Sa video na to, titingnan natin ang performance, yung screen, aesthetic, yung battery life, yung camera niya, at actual real-world use. At syempre lahat ito, yung honest feedback ko lang. So, let's go! Pero bago tayo mag-deep dive, let's see the baseline. Ano ba talaga ang official specs ng Redmi 15C? The screen has a 6.9-inch IPS LCD. Meron siyang 1600 by 720 na resolution with 120Hz refresh rate. It has a MediaTek Helios G81 Ultra. Ang base RAM nito is around 4GB with 128GB storage. Other features, it has an IP64 dust and splash resistant. So, may resist light, water, and dust in some variants. So, hindi siya waterproof. Yung screen brightness niya is only up to 810 nits. In terms of price, 5,299 pesos. Alam mo, pag hawak ko tong Xiaomi 15C, it's very soft in the hands. Ang una mong mapapansin dito, it is surprisingly thin and lightweight sa price point na to. Hindi siya bulky, so perfect siya sa daily use. Ang grip niya comfortable kahit matagal mong hawakan habang nanonood ng YouTube or nag-scroll sa social media. Yung curved edges niya helps a lot para hindi mapagod saka yung kamay mo, tsaka yung grip mo, mas nag-grip mo siya, hindi siya matalas. And then because of the back matte design, hindi siya madulas. And although yes, prone siya sa mga fingerprints. So ayan, may base na tayo. So let's move to the screen and design. Ang big plus ng Redmi 15C is you get 120Hz refresh rate sa isang budget phone. Something na dati nasa mid-range segment lang to. Pero tandaan na kahit 120Hz, ang resolution nito is still HD+, which is 1600 by 720 pixel, meaning hindi siya sharp compared to full HD screens. Slight softness sa text edges, mapapansin mo yan lalo na kapag malilit ang font. Brightness-wise, 810 nits is decent. Nung ginagamit ko sa ilalim ng araw, medyo okay pa rin makita ang screen. Though, kailangan mong i-max out. Not super bright, but usable. Pagdating naman sa color, medyo flat yung blacks niya. Typical of IPS panels yan. Hindi siya kasing contrasting ng AMOLED, but colors are acceptable for social media and video viewing. Touch responsiveness, yung sampling rate dynamic for scrolling and casual swipes, okay na siya. Pero sa fast gesture, swipes or gaming, medyo may latency or missed touches. Minsan lalo na sa mababang frame loads. Sa screen protection naman, reportedly may Gorilla Glass 3. Pag tinignan mo to, design-wise, mas refined na siya kumpara sa mga older Redmi C phones. Slight curved sa edges, slim build for its class. Mga kulay nito often available in options like midnight gray, blue, mint green, which is this one, twilight orange, front slim bezels, left and right, top and bottom are thicker but acceptable for a budget phone. Sa back naman, plastic, glossy or matte finish, depende sa variant. Medyo prone sa fingerprints, so kailangan ng case talaga. IP64 rating helps. Dust and light splash protection gives confidence kahit na bagyang basa or sa ulan. Pero hindi ito pang swimming phone ha. Tandaan nyo to, hindi siya pang swimming. Masisira to. And face unlock works okay in good lighting. So that's the screen plus aesthetics. Now, battery life. Mahalaga yan sa reliable phone. One of the standout specs is 6,000 mAh battery. Ito ang pinakamalaking edge nitong phone na to. I-add mo pa yung 30W fast charging niya. Medyo mabilis para sa ganitong class. I've been using this phone the whole day today, browsing the internet, social media, Facebook. Kahit naisagad mo yung brightness niya with that 120Hz, you know, the 6,000 mAh battery is actually great on this phone. Charging time niya mula 0 to 50% in 28 minutes. Overall, for a budget device, battery life is one of the strongest pillars of reliability here. Let's talk about the camera. Ito yung pinaka-tricky sa lahat ng mga budget phone. 50 megapixel main sensor, impressive bilang headline, spec at a budget range. Yung front niya has 8 megapixel, okay for selfies and video calls. In good lighting, photos turn out sharp, decent dynamic range, colors are natural, useful for social posts. Sa low light naman, may improvement kapag ginagamit mo ang night mode. Pero noise may show. Not perfect but acceptable for its class. The HDR mode helps sa scenes with high contrast like bright sky or yung subject mo. Sa video naman, very limited ang stabilization nito, shaky when handheld. Recommended na gumamit ng tripod or gimbal for smoother video. So for me, as a photographer, videographer, content creator, sobrang importante sa akin ang camera because we travel a lot. Usually lagi ako may dalang camera, either action cam or mirrorless. And then majority of the time, phone ang dala ko. Ito talaga yung nagsasalba sa akin ng mga may kailangan kang kuhanan, picture. Ito. And of course, hindi lahat ng moments kaya mong ulitin, di ba? So for me, ang phone ko dapat may magandang camera, maganda sa low light, very fast and responsive. And unfortunately, hindi ito yun. Next naman natin, yung performance in real-world use. This is not a flagship level, pero solid sa daily tasks like social media, browsing, and light applications. Yung mga lighter games like Mobile Legends, medyo kakayanin pero hindi ultra settings. Gaming is possible with popular lighter games. Pero kapag pinush mo to sa heavier 3D games like Genshin Impact or high settings, may frame drops, tsaka stutter. Sa multitasking naman, since base RAM is 4GB, may limit sa heavy switching. Virtual RAM helps pero hindi same as physical RAM yan eh. In my usage with 4 to 5 apps open, YouTube, Messenger, browser, Spotify, okay pa. But kapag nag-open ka na ng camera plus game plus editing, heavy apps, makikita mo ang naglalag na siya. Sa real world use and everyday tasks, social media, browsing, streaming, smooth enough. Pagdating naman sa messaging, calls, productivity, no problem. Kayang-kaya. Sa light gaming, as mentioned, kaya sa medium to low settings lang. Yung HyperOS niya gives extra features, customization, but may have bloat. Performance is passable for budget class. So usually when I get bored, waiting for a meeting, waiting for doc, when she has a patient, I do a bit of gaming and browsing. This phone is great for killing time. Alam mo, isa sa mga pet peeves ko, ayoko ng gas-gas. Alam mo yun, siguro yung OCD part of me na pag nakita ko may gas-gas yung phone ko, or yung screen, or yung back, lagi ko siya nakikita. And me, I usually put my phone in my pocket. So, nasa pocket ko, nandiyan yung susi ko, may mga barya ako dyan, etc. etc. Prone sa gas-gas talaga yung mga telepono ko. Important sa akin yung scratch resistance ng screen. Luckily, it feels durable enough. May decent screen protection siya. And then, so far, kahit ilang araw ko na siyang ginagamit, wala pa ring noticeable na gas-gas. Pero of course, hindi naman ito Gorilla Glass Victus, di ba? Pero for a budget phone, it's good enough. So as long as may tempered glass ka, meron kang case, safe na to for everyday use. That is actually one of the good things about having a budget phone, and you get the sense of durability kahit mura. Kukumpara mo kasi ito, tsaka ito, diba? iPhone 17 Pro, this one, sobrang layo ng price niya, diba? So ito, pag nagasgas, masakit sa bulsa, ito, okay lang. Kasi you can buy another one right then and there, diba? Is this phone reliable for budget buyers today? So after all that, here's my verdict. Para sa isang budget phone, ang Redmi 15C is surprisingly reliable in many aspects, especially sa battery life and usability for everyday tasks. And let me be honest, ang mga cellphones ngayon is like the modern Swiss Army knife. You do everything on your cellphone, booking your trips, entertainment, camera, communication, and even banking. May Gcash ka, Paymaya, you use this. So for me, I need a phone na kaya talagang sumabay sa lifestyle ko. So ang question ko is, would this phone be enough for me? Hindi siya perfect, of course. May limitations sa RAM, performance under heavy load, camera sa low light, But for what it promises and its price, this is pretty solid. I am a heavy user ng phone. I use my camera a lot. I browse, I post, and I do shopping online. And then of course, watch movies in Netflix. So basically, gamit ko to from morning till nighttime. Para sa mga target users na hindi hardcore gamers, hindi professional photographer, kundi yung mga gumagamit ng social apps, browsing, calls, content consumption, this is a good option. Kung akong papipiliin, I would recommend the variant with higher RAM. Yung merong at least mga 6GB or 8GB version para may buffer ka for future use. At yun ang review ko sa Redmi 15C. Sana makatulong sa decision mo. If you plan to buy a budget phone, always timbangin mo yung usage mo between battery life, reliability, usability, and specs. Kasi bumili ka ng phones for the use. Diba? Yun yun. If nagustuhan mo yung video na to, like, comment, subscribe. Kung may questions kayo na gusto nyong ipa-compare yan sa ibang phones, just comment below. Pwede natin gawa ng follow-up video yan. Salamat sa panonood. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.